Recently, Ulanzi sent me their new LE20 20-watt video light. Look at how powerful it is, and it's not even at 50%. This light is one of Ulanzi's newest product that features a power 10 times better than what you get in regular LED lights. 3200 lumens to be exact. Along with its very powerful output, there's also a few other features that makes this stand out among its other competitors. If you're planning to vlog at night or find yourself shooting in darker conditions and need a strong light source, then this light, among its 20 other modes, might be your missing piece. Let's get right in and talk about its design and materials. If you can take a look up close, this whole light itself is square in design. And as you take a closer look, you will notice that there are rows and rows of LED lights with different color temperatures. So let's on it, and of course at its lowest increments. So for the back, how does it look like? You'll be able to see that it's a very standardized Ulanzi light interface. So you just turn it this way. Okay, and you'll be able to see two indicators over here. One is the color temperature and the other is the intensity. So when we increase it, you can see it is super bright. So deep into the design, you will notice that there is this fan over here, which turns on only if you are actually using it for a prolonged period of time. At the other corners, you'll be able to see these holes which actually ventilates the airflow. Now going back to its very bright light, you will see that the light is simply quite harsh. So what if we want a softer look to it? Now they actually included this filter which magnetically attaches it to the front of the light. So when you look up close, you can see that there are these four corners of magnets over here, and it will align with these black spots which are the magnets. Ta-da! So you can see it's a lot softer right now. Going back to the back, you'll be able to see that how this light attaches is actually through this little cold shoe mount over here, which I honestly have a little bit of mixed feelings, having to have these two things separate. And one interesting thing about this little attachment, cold shoe attachment over here, is that you will need a screw to be able to tighten it. So once we get the light itself, it actually has this Allen key over here for you to be able to tighten up this cold shoe mount. So besides this, you can actually have another option of having this plain cold shoe mount without any increments, without any adjustments, so you're able to see. To be able to make it a smaller profile, attaching it straight to tripods. Alright, enough talk. I'm sure you guys want to know how powerful this light exactly it is. So I'm going to turn on my main light over here. Alright, so this light is now currently at only 1%, and let's tune it up. Okay, so just to show you, it's only at 1% over here. 1%. So let's tune it up. Okay, and let's go all the way to 100%. Alright, 100%. So this is like 100%. And doing a comparison with a regular light. Okay, this is a regular light at 100%. And this is the LE20 at 100%. Let's go back to its smallest increments. Okay, so this, let's set it at 1%. Okay, so this is at 1%. You can hardly be able to see me over here. And just for context, I actually have a light attached over here to be able to get my B-rolls from my other camera. Okay, so this light is so dim that you aren't able to see anything. So let's go and leave it here. And now this is at 1%. Okay, you guys can't see me. Alright, and this light now is at 1%. Okay, you can see 1%. Okay, so at 1%, you are able to already see me. And my main camera is actually set at ISO of 250 and an aperture of 2.8. So let's go just at 50%, right? Just at 50%. Okay, this is at 50% of its power, which is actually already quite strong. Okay, let's go all the way to 100 again. 100, oh my god. Okay, this is at 100. And now the light fan starting to turn on. Okay, you can see here, it's at 100%. And I'm going to put it closer to my body so you can hear. Okay, I'm looking a bit like Iron Man right now. Okay, you can hear that the fan is actually turning. And taking a closer look, okay, if you guys can see, it's actually spinning right now. Okay, let's turn back on the lights. Now that we have done an indoor test between this light and this light, most importantly is how it fares outdoors, especially in the night. So I've recently done a comparison between these two. So let's take a look. Okay guys, so now we are at night, we're gonna test the light with in the night setting. Okay, so here I have is without any lights. Okay, we're gonna on the cheaper light. Alright, so here's the cheaper light at its smaller increments. Let's increase it to its max. Okay, so this is its maximum. Okay, let's off this and turn on the LE20. Alright, so this is at its minimum. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the ISO because it's so bright. Okay, let's drop it down all the way to... Okay, I'm gonna drop it all the way to ISO 400. Just now it was at 3200. Okay, so now we're gonna max it out. So if you can see over here, it's at 100% right now. Oh, it's not even at 100%. Let's increase it all the way. Yes, 100%.
I couldn't focus.
It's okay. Okay guys, so this is at 100%. You can see my background is literally blown out. It's freaking bright. So yeah, this is clearly outclassing the cheaper light. Okay guys, so here is without any light. I've set the ISO to really low. Now we're gonna add in the normal light. Okay, this is the normal light at its weakest, and this is at its strongest. Alright, so this is at its weakest, and this is at its strongest. By now, it should be evident that this light outpowers a regular light. But above its powerful output, there's also 20 different other modes. So how we access it is actually through pressing this dim button over here. So we press this dim button and you'll see this is the first light mode. And a different set of menu will appear right on top over here. So we just turn it. So once we click it again, it will change to a blue, a rotating color mode. Okay, so from here, it has this bulb mode, flash mode. Okay, and each of them you can adjust its intensity, whether is it stronger or less strong. Okay, so far using this, I really like one thing is that the knobs are really big and really nice and comfortable to turn. So when we look at the front, you'll be able to see it's over here, and it's actually quite nice to be able to turn. It doesn't feel small or hard to turn because at each of these turns, there's actually a clicking sound towards it. And of course, we need to mention how it's charged. When we flip it to the side, there's this USB-C port over here for you to be able to charge it up. Let's now get into its specifications. When we take a look up close, this is square in design. So each of its sides measures about 7.5 cm or exactly 3 inches. As for its width, it measures at about 3 cm or 1.2 inches. Of course, these measurements are actually without the diffuser layer. So with the diffuser layer, you can see that it actually maybe adds in another 1.5 mm in terms of its thickness. So it's probably about 4.5 cm. As for its weight, it's a little bit hefty, but not surprisingly much. It weighs about 185 grams or 0.4 pounds. So once you put in your pocket, you do feel a little bit of weight, but not enough for you to not to want to bring this out. Now, of course, the big question is, how long can this light last? Now, inbuilt into this light itself, it has a 5000 mAh battery, which lasts all the way up to about 30 minutes of use. I'm sure you can go more than 30 minutes because the 30 minutes mentioned is probably at its strongest output. if you are using it at half its capacity, then it will have a much longer lifespan. Now regarding its output, there are a few other questions like how much is the CCT and stuff. I'll just leave all the details over here. Moving on to the big question, how much does this cost? This Ulanzi LE20 light comes in at 50 USD. Let's conclude. Who is this light for? I would say if you are planning to vlog at night or in darker conditions, then this light with its very powerful output will impress you. Frankly, I have not seen a light this small with this much power in it. But let's be clear, not everyone will need such a powerful light. So for majority of us who do not, I won't necessarily recommend this for everybody. 50 bucks is quite a bit of money, and I'd rather you invest in something like a mobile phone tripod, which is this TT88, which is excellent for all those mobile content creators. So what do you guys think about this light? Are you impressed by the output? Or are you gonna skip this one? I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments below. If not, see you guys in the next video.